Hello there, I'm Keo Saronin Beatmaker, and welcome to the Monday Mindset. And on this episode, we're going to discuss the making of a master, part 2. This begs the question, is there a way you can engage in an active life without becoming too attached to your own personal preferences? Don Miguel. If you allow your personal preferences to determine how you engage in an active life, you are denying yourself the capability to experience life and its totality of wholeheartedness. An active life does not engage on your terms. It engages in the moment, a moment that is truly experienced by one's individuality, by embracing the art of living. In the art of living, your personal preferences are in relation to the standard of living you wish to experience. Your standard of living as an individual who practices the art of living allows their personal preferences to guide the life they wish to live, not determine. Nor do they hold absolution upon the evolutionary changes of an individual, or should I say, of their individuality. For those evolutionary changes aid in improving our standard of living based upon our personal preferences. Such preferences will evolve along with our humanity. This only applies to individuals who truly practice the art of living by being active in their life, not living passively in life through personal preferences, denying the soul of revelation, denying the soul of the evolution, denying the soul its truth. You become a master of self when you engage in the dream of the planet and everyone in it without losing sight of your authentic self, and while maintaining the awareness that every choice you make is your own. Don Miguel. The key to the art of living is the authentic self. The authenticity of your individuality is a battle cry for the warrior of light. As individuals of authenticity engage in the dream of the planet, they are aware that the dream of the planet reflects the perception of their individuality. How you see yourself is how the dream of the planet sees you. Authenticity is one aspect of our connection to the divine, to the source, to the Akashic records, to the memories of humanity, to the memories of the universe. Our authenticity displays our capability and our humanity. As you look around and see individuals lose their authenticity, you begin to see the paradigms within the dream of the planet. You realize how blessed and fortunate you are to maintain your authenticity, to stand taller than the shadows of darkness. For our authenticity guides the choices we make upon our hero's journey. The journey upon the dream of the planet is one that tests our true resolve, our true humanity, our true purpose. The journey is one of pain and joy, and for those who practice the art of living, there is no distinguishing, for there is joy in pain and pain in joy. That is the beauty of practicing the art of living. You live life as a lesson learned, and with this perspective, no matter the choices you make and the reactions that follow, you are never truly sad, disappointed, frustrated, upset, hurt, or angry. Those negative emotions are only felt for just a moment. That moment feels like the lesson is learned, and your life will improve. You grow from each lesson into the best version of yourself, better than yesterday. To be a good person is the greatest thing we can be, and our choices in the dream of the planet will determine if we fulfill the greatest gift we can give to humanity and the universe as a whole. What is that, you ask? You already know. You're already living it. The trick is to never forget your humanity. When you engage with the dream of the planet, with the awareness and remembrance that it's only a dream, you're able to move freely, liberated from the chains of attachment and domestication. Don Miguel. To dream is to be alive. This is crucial to remember as we engage in the dream of the planet. While practicing the art of living, to have the awareness to realize that we are all sleepwalking. Only the few who practice the art of living are able to engage in the dream of the planet in its totality. They are able to navigate the dream of the planet by being like water, to flow with the dream of the planet, no matter the obstacles, no matter the obstructions, no matter the challenges. Water is free of attachment and domestication. You cannot put chains on agua, for freedom is free, just like water. Individuals who practice the art of living are never fearful of attachments. Attachments are the chains we put upon the dream of the planet to control what isn't real and to subjugate what is. Domestication is a tool to dissolve the individual and repurpose into the hive mind. Individuals who practice the art of living are never fearful of domestication. As fully functioning individuals within our personhood, upon our hero's journey towards our personal legend, such domestication is seen as a welcoming challenge to test the truth of our resolve, to remind us of who we are, of where we aim to be, and who we are destined to be. An attachment is the action of taking something that is not part of you and making it a part of you through an emotional or energetic investment. Don Miguel. I would say that that is the climactic event that we are all experiencing as a collective human race. We are seeing people who are becoming so attached to their emotional or even energetic investments into ideological beliefs that can cause serious detriment to the mind and body, as well as to the safety of others. These attachments that we are all currently experiencing, for some it's testing, for others it is an addiction, and for some it's just a fix. But these attachments nonetheless can cause such detriment to our humanity, and it can cause us to lose our individuality. Attachments are a fickle thing. They are enticing, and at times they can sneak up on you. You feel as if you are in pursuit of a right idea. And perhaps at first you were, but over time, that idea, that belief, that desire, it became an attachment to who you are. It takes control of your emotions, and you allow those attachments to determine your emotional state, to determine how your emotions react to those around you. A dangerous, dangerous, dangerous precedent to set for oneself. And imagine that in groups of hundreds, prowling the streets, spreading that emotional toxicity and that energy. It can be unbearable and jarring to many. But this is the problem that we're all facing, that they are trying to instill upon us. They want us to exchange our individuality for our attachments, to replace our souls with the attachments of ideals, of cult of personalities, to war, violence, grooming. Anything to take our energy and invest it into their machinations of destruction and control. For those of us who are practitioners in the art of living, we do not give them our energy. We deny them such and aim to inspire others to live as. But they have weaponized attachments in such a manner that it can be an uphill battle. A crucible, a war of attrition. How did we allow attachments to become so instrumental in our being? But we must be honest that this is something that has permeated humanity for who knows how long. Whether you believe in Adam or Eve or the aliens, you take your pick. But I'm sure we're not the only ones in the universe that deal with the struggles of attachments. But you see, the energy of attachments is what's most important, as I said. That is what they desire. They desire that energy for their own personal gain. I mean, you see it. They're called energy vampires. I recommend you check out that show, What We Do in the Shadows. We have a phenomenal energy vampire in that show. And I think that's the problem. You know, we are, should I say, individuals who become attached to their ideas, to their emotions of others, of ideas, of morals, whatever. You become drained. You spend your days tapping away on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. They're typing. Draining their energy into attachments of ideas to validate themselves and to prove a point. No matter how cruel or nonsensical they must be. That is the world we find ourselves in, a world of attachments. Even our own governments are afraid to let go of their own attachments, even if it destroys them themselves. You have to love the irony. You truly have to love the irony of it all. But that's why you must protect your energy and be mindful to not give in to your attachments. Acknowledge them, learn from them, but do not give in. Maintain your energy, maintain it for yourself, and give it to those of deservingness, those who have earned it, who have shown their true colors are in relation to yours, are in the same values of yours. Do not give away your energy freely. Your authenticity is not to be taken lightly, and it is not for sale. Most people not only attach to their wants and desires as they relate to material things, but also to their beliefs and ideals. Don Miguel. Synchronicity. As we were just briefly discussing this. But I mean, what is the difference at that point for most people? When your beliefs and ideas become your wants and desires. And that leads to a dangerous road. And history has many, many characters who their attachments became who their wants and desires became their beliefs and ideas into manifestation. And the material things that followed: war, genocide, advancements in technology. That's the dangerous thing. But I guess that's also the positive thing. The crux of it all is without violence, There is no advancement. Unfortunately, in this timeline we find ourselves in this dream they have determined for us. But if you look back to the old dreams of the planet, you will find that there are more sustainable ways to achieve greatness for all without being attached to our desires and wants, by allowing our material things to become our beliefs and ideals. You see that in the mega churches. You see that in those gurus. It's out there for you to look. But it becomes a point in time in our life where we must acknowledge that wants and desires are two sides of the same coin. And oftentimes that coin becomes nothing more than wants and desires. And the material things are not enough. They don't satisfy you enough. So you look to the beliefs and ideals. Look to your cults. Look to your dictators. Look to Western imperialism. It's all there for you to learn, to not repeat, to see what happens when your beliefs and ideas becomes your wants and desires, and they materialize through violence, subjugation, coercion, exploitation, enslavement, destruction, propaganda, you name it. Things that go against humanity, that goes against humanity's best interests, and causes us to lose the value of what it means to be alive, and to lose the beauty and nature of our planet, of our dream. Is that fair for any one of you who live an active life pursuing the best version of themselves? I'm not here to be mean or condescending to any. That is not my point here. But my point is that we must be aware of how the world around us is becoming, how people are using material things to enact their beliefs and ideas, calling them their wants and desires. It's truly scary and concerning. But I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. But I just want us to be aware. We have to be, even within ourselves. Remember, the self outshines the ego. The ego is but a dot upon the light of a warrior, a freckle, a dimple. For a warrior of light understands that their beliefs and ideas our guides. Their wants and desires are attachments. And the material things are domestication. More than meets the eye. Living until the sunrise. Temptations, a past life. Do not be consumed. Look to others around you and awaken them from the consumption of their wants and desires. Awaken them from the ingestion of their beliefs and ideas and pull them away from their material things and remind them of their humanity. And that comes first, before the wants and desires and the material things and the beliefs and ideas. Your humanity always comes first. That is how you experience the dream of the planet in its totality, by experiencing your humanity in its totality within your individuality. In many ways, attachments to beliefs are far more destructive than attachments to external items, because beliefs and ideas are much more harder to spot and let go. Don Miguel. To become attached to your belief system is to lose sight of who you are. You are not your belief system. You are a representative within your system. And such representation is a clear change, just as the market fluctuates. The key is to flow with a change or crash. The choice is yours. Will you become your belief system, or will you allow your belief system to be a guide to your individuality? Will you become a slave to the hive mind? Will you deny your soul revelations? Will you deny your individuality, the truth, and the freedom of expression and the lessons that are learned? What say you? I say, what say you? Will you allow your belief system to domesticate you within conditional love, refusing you the unconditional love that is seen and expressed within those who embrace the art of living? See them as a shining bright light. They focus on what they can control amongst the chaos by being the best versions of themselves, by being better than yesterday. They are the warriors of light. They see their belief system and their ideals as the foundations to improve and build upon their spiritual well-being, their mental fortitude, and their physical toughness. How else will you and your soul survive upon the next journey when you depart the dream of the planet? If you do not leave this world free with the chains of attachment and domestication, fulfillment of unconditional love for yourself, there is no more room for attachments and ideas when you have unconditional love for yourself. There is no fear in your beliefs, no control in your ideals. Only the lessons learned from your beliefs and the evolution of your individuality via your ideals. The result of domestication is that many of us give up who we really are in exchange for who we think we should be. And consequently, we end up living a life that is not our own. Don Miguel. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Monday Mindset. To learn more about myself and how you can support The Monday Mindset, head over to my Patreon page at Ronin Art and Music. That's Ronin Art and Music. If you're interested in reaching out, follow me on social media. On Twitter, Ronin Art and Music, or at me at Kios Ronin, KioosRonin. On Instagram, follow me at RoninArt_music. And if you prefer to email, hit me up at themondaymindset009@gmail.com. That's themondaymindset009@gmail.com. And that is all lowercase. If you're listening to this on your preferred streaming service, please make sure to subscribe. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment and a review, and slap that notification bell. On Apple Podcasts, please make sure to subscribe, rate the podcast, and leave a review, as this will help me and the podcast grow. Stay positive, stay focused, stay true, and much love.